Welcome to Simply Naturally Simmy. Today I am showing you how I make my oxtail. I bought my oxtail from Morrison's. You want to check out my meat shop video to see the cuts of meat that I got. So I add 1.5 teaspoons of Himalayan pink salt to oxtail in a pan with water, and I boil until tender. So that's my oxtail boiled and tender. I've took out the stock and reserved it on the side. I fry the oxtail until golden brown on all its sides. I try to fry on low heat. So I'm turning my oxtail over, as you can see, so that I can get it nice and golden brown on all sides. You want to be careful with oxtail because it can fall apart when it's really tender. So that's my oxtail. It looks really nice. Oxtail is quite fatty, so I had a lot of fat that was showing up in the pan, and I just fry. Once the oxtail is nice and golden brown, I will drain the fat, so I'm only left with enough to cook my stock and onions and such. So that's the fat drained. I then go ahead and add some chopped onions. I added 1 chopped onion and a garlic clove, and then I just stir that into my oxtail. I use my spatula at this stage to make sure that I'm not tearing my meat apart. I want the meat to stay intact as much as is possible. So once that is nicely stirred in, I then go ahead and cover the oxtail, the pan with the lid, and I'll let that cook for about 3 to 5 minutes, just until the onions are nice and tender. I chop my onions really small so they cook quickly, and my children don't like chunky onions, so this works for me. So that's my oxtail covered. My onions are cooked. My oxtail is looking really nice. It's holding together well. I try to be gentle with my spatula. You want to cook the oxtail on low heat so that the bottom of your pan does not burn, as that is going to give your oxtail delicious flavors. So I add 1.5 teaspoons of curry powder. I also add 1/4 teaspoon of chili, and I add 300 grams of passata to my oxtail. I stir the passata in, and I'm going to let the passata cook gently on low heat until it reduces significantly. So that's my passata in, and I think it's cooked well, so I'm happy with this. I check with my spatula gently still. I am then going to go ahead and add my stock that I had reserved earlier on. So that's my stock. Remember, I boiled my oxtail in salty water. So that's the liquid I ended up with. I add that into the oxtail, and we have a stew. So I'm just going to stir that in, just make sure that all the oxtail pieces are sitting in the stock, just to make sure that we are getting good flavors running through that pan. This oxtail stew is a favorite with my family because it's keto friendly, it's Banting friendly, low carb friendly, so it fits me and it fits my family. I tend to have mine with coconut pap, and my family will have theirs with maybe maize meal or with boiled rice. So it's quite good for us in that way, that I don't have to cook 2 pots of stew for my family and I. So that's the oxtail. I am going to let that simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes. So that's that simmering away. I am happy with what it looks like, and it smells great. It smells absolutely beautiful. So I can't wait to dig into that. So I'm just showing you how my stew turned out there. You can see the sauce is really yummy looking. So that's my plate. I had mine with coconut pap. I have the recipe for my coconut pap on my YouTube channel. I'll put a link in the description box so you can check it out. You can see that the meat is falling off the bone and it's just ready to devour. So thank you very much for watching. This is one of my favorite meats to eat. I hope you will get some good tips from this video, and if you make this dish, let me know how you get on.